Hello, hello, and welcome. How is everybody doing? I am Patrick Corrigan, and I will be your shaman for the night. I am the owner of Perching Wolf Studios. And if you're watching this, you have been on my Facebook page, so welcome. Thank you for joining me. Oofda, I am a little tired, so moving a little bit slow, just getting set up, and which is fine because that will give other people the chance to catch up and realize that we are live. Just getting my little altar set up here. So what we are doing tonight, if you have not joined us before, I am doing a weekly sacred pipe ceremony. And what that means is, let's see, okay, focus. Get my drum. So, thank you for joining me. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I am Patrick, and we are going to be doing our sacred pipe ceremony. I'm just getting everything together and making sure I have everything. And I've got my snake under the door to keep the smoke from escaping to the rest of the building. And yeah, we're ready to go. And I got my handy dandy chai. So, hello. I keep saying that. Did I mention I'm tired? I think the last few nights I've only gotten like 4 or 5 hours of sleep each night. So I'm a little tired and just trying to nap in between clients today and different stuff and keep up with all my other things. So, but I am still here. I wouldn't miss this for the world. This has become such an important thing to me, such an important highlight of my week. And I hope that you get a lot out of it as well. Just lighting my candle. There we go. So I started doing this. If you're new in a minute, sorry about that. My video fritzed out there for a sec. But I am a pipe carrier, and what the responsibilities that go along with that, as well as being a shaman. You know, my job, my mission, my responsibility is to hold the light, hold space, hold the light and love for the community, do whatever I can to help heal the community, to help, you know, the word shaman literally means one who sees in the dark. And so to be a shaman is to be a visionary, to see through the dark, through all the smoke and subterfuge and illusions that this world presents before us, and seeing through that to the heart of what's actually going on, seeing to the light on the other side of the darkness, and reaffirming that light. And basically a shaman's job, and being both a shaman and an artist, the artist's job is very similar, interwoven with that, because it's all about being the visionary, seeing what others can't see and bringing that vision or energy or healing back to this world to empower others, to give other people the vision of what's actually going on, rather than getting caught up in the appearances of things. And so it's like bringing hope, and like with the pandemic, it's like no one in our lifetime, well, I shouldn't say that, maybe there are, but this hasn't happened for like 100-something years or something like that, a pandemic of this size. And so this is all new to all of us. The world is in a pattern of reset. It's kind of a dark night of the soul as we are being forced to change our ways, do things that might be uncomfortable for us, but for the good of our neighbors. And, and there's been so much unrest, and like the whole Black Lives Matter and all of those things, bringing more awareness to human rights and equality, and moving in the direction of compassion, and seeing everyone in the world, like even in the Bible, Jesus talks about, when you see someone in front of you, see Jesus in that person, right? And it doesn't matter who that person is. It's like, love your enemies. So I don't know where I'm not going to get into all the confusion and the back and forth and what it means to be spiritual or religious or any of that. But in my view, everything that's been going on, as horrible as it is, rather than being a symptom of the world getting worse and going further into darkness, I see it as symptoms of the world. Actually, it's like a quickening. It's the world going more, because of everything that's going on, the compassion of people is more blatant and more obvious. And when you look, there is more love in the world than hate. There's more hope than hopelessness. There is more light than apparent darkness. And like I've said a couple of times to different people this week, it's kind of like, it's like we're going through basically a healing crisis. It's like when the body has a fever and needs to burn off the toxins, and those toxins have to come to the surface and be burned off and be sweated out or whatever. That is basically what is going on with our society, with our world right now. So it's something to be aware of. And I'm not saying all rainbows and unicorns, but it's not an easy thing. All I'm saying is there is light at the end of the tunnel, that there is hope on the other side of this, that this is as horrendous as some of it is, as unprecedented as some of it is, as weird as some of it is, that behind it there is purpose, that behind it there is healing, and I don't mean to belittle, say, the loss of life or the people, or the pain, people dying from the sickness, people dying from riots, but there is a bigger picture, and there is, if you can step back from what's right in front of our faces and see beyond that, there is more light than darkness, there is more love than hate. And I think that things are going to get better. And it's funny because I can see it, and I still kind of hedge my bets when I talk to you about it, when I talk to people about it. I'm kind of still trying to convince people that it's okay. It's like, the loss of life is never okay. It's never a, acceptable thing, but there is purpose on the other side. There is reason, and that the world actually is moving. This is an initiation. And one of my teachers said a while back, if you knew you were going to survive, then it wouldn't be an initiation. And so we are being faced with the darkness. We're being faced with the unknown. The darkness is the mystery. The darkness is the unknown. Oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. And the truth is, we never know what's going to happen, right? The future is uncertain, always. We never have anything but this moment. And so but we're taught to live our life as though our future is certain. As long as we have this in place and that in place and that in place, we're safe. But anything can happen to those things that you have. All the ducks you have in a row, they can fly away or something can happen. The future is never certain. And so the only thing that has been taken away is the illusion of safety, the illusion that the future is certain. And I don't mean that in a way to create fear, like, oh my God, we've never been safe. The truth is, you have always been safe. That you are, in your essence, divine light and love. That there is nothing that can threaten who and what you are. You might, spend lifetimes, you might live and die and spend lifetimes doing different things in different places, but your essence, your soul, has been here since before time began, and it will exist beyond time. And so, like, the important part is to align with that inner reality, that inner truth of your being, to know that you are immortal, you are indestructible, you will continue after the body gets laid down. You will continue, and whatever you believe happens after that is up to you, and whatever. But it's like I talked before about a couple of weeks ago. I ended up in the emergency room because I had a blood clot in my leg, and something that's happened before. And I won't go into all the circumstances that made that happen, that created that circumstances, but one of the lessons that I received from that, sitting in the emergency room, I was freaking out. I was like, I'm not ready to die. What's gonna happen? Everything was just boom right here in my face. All the fears, all the doubts. And then came the self-judgment that I'm a shaman, I should know better, right? Like, why am I feeling this way? I shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't be giving into fear. I should be reacting in this way because, and that just added more weight to the struggle. And the lesson came along when, excuse me, I had my phone with me, and there's this wonderful woman. I believe she lives in Australia, and she does these videos, and she does what they call light language, and she does different motions with her hands, and it's all about raising the vibration. And she speaks basically kind of like speaking in tongues. She speaks, and the words don't mean anything. They don't have meanings to our ears or to our minds, but just the sounds, the frequencies is kind of like a raising of the vibration. And she is just such a pure presence of love that as soon as I saw her video, my heart opened up. I was like, oh, instead of getting caught up in the storm that was raging around me with what's going to happen, what if I die, what's going to happen to all the people I love, blah, 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 getting caught in the storm. By seeing that presence of love, it kind of entrained my own heart, and I found myself stepping back from it. It didn't make all that fear and stuff go away. It was still present, but I was able to see it. I was able to step back from it and kind of observe it. And that's kind of what I'm talking about here. It's like if we're watching the news every day, it can get scary, like, oh my God, how could they do that? What's going to happen in the future? How are we going to prevent this? Everybody's crooked. Everybody's, we need to protect ourselves. And if we watch the news and all of that, we're going to get caught into that storm, the back and forth, where there's no resolution. But it's in stepping back, you can still see what's going on. You can still be aware of the details, what's going on. Be aware of the emotions, because who wouldn't? It's not about being a Vulcan, right? Like totally detached from the emotions of it. It's like that stuff happens, and if you're human, you're going to feel it. But you can still be aware of it and still step back and observe it. Be the observer rather than being totally involved in it. Because it's only by stepping back to get the perspective, to get the bigger picture. And God, I struggle with words sometimes, because I got these feelings, these senses that I want to convey to you, to say, and I just can't string the words together to make it come out the way I mean it. But the real strength is in the stillness. If you, like, whatever you do every day, if you can meditate or at least pray, set aside 5 minutes to pray, somehow to connect to Creator, and to know that there is a bigger picture, that we're like hyper vigilantly focused on the bad stuff that's happening, and we become unaware of all the good stuff going on around, or of the bigger patterns taking place, and when we can calm ourselves, still ourselves, we can step back and see it more objectively, to realize that it is horrible. I wish it didn't have to happen, but to say, okay, this happened. How do we move forward in love from this point on? What can we do to take this and make it valuable? I don't know if I just kind of started rambling. I get on here, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. And I don't mean to be like lectury or preachy or anything like that, but just trying to kind of express the way things look from my perspective. And hopefully, my hope is to bring hope and a bigger vision of what's going on. And that is coming back to what my original thread of talking was. My whole point of creating this, doing this every week, like I said, being a pipe carrier, being a shaman, my job is to hold the light, to hold the frequency, to hold that, to feel what I'm feeling, to be aware of what my community is going through, whether locally or globally or nationally or whatever, but also to stand in the light, to anchor the light, to be that pillar connected to Creator, and bring that light in to help, basically through entrainment, to be the higher vibration that helps raise the vibration around me. So to hold that vision of hope, to hold that vision of light, of what is possible, of what can come from this that is mutually benefit for everybody. And so when the pandemic started, I began doing pipe ceremony every single night as a way to do that, to hold space, to hold that light for the community, just being that pillar, anchoring the light, and being that presence of light and love in the midst of whatever else was going on. And in that way, being that vibration that helps, you become like the video I mentioned when I was in the ER, that woman. It's like just seeing the calm and the peace and the purity and the love that just radiates out of this person helped me to remember my purity and radiance and love. And that's my job, is to stay as authentic as I can, to purify. As a shaman, we talk about being the hollow bone, to become the eyes and the voice and the hands of spirit, so that there's less filters, a clearer hollow bone for the spirits to move through to heal this world. And so my job is to try my best to remain at that higher frequency, to deal with everything that comes up in my life, to do my own work, my own shadow work, confront my fears and doubts and all of that, so that I can be a pure vessel for spirit, so that I can be a presence of light that then radiates out and lifts other people. And that's what we all are meant to be doing. It's like my job is to create more empowered people, more radiant people on this planet, because the more radiant, passionate people we have in the world, the better off everybody is. And it's that, following your bliss, living from your passions, following your passion rather than denying them, shutting them aside, putting them in the closet because you're afraid of what people might think. It's like bringing your passions forward, because those things you're passionate about is your compass of what you're meant to do in this world. That is your gift to humanity. And so the more I can awaken that in myself, and the more I can do readings for clients or soul retrievals, whatever shamanic services I offer, the point is always to help empower that person in front of me to realize their own divinity, to realize their own power, and to awaken their own passions. Because we're all in this together, and it's going to take all of us to create the world that we want to create. So anyway, so that is why I started doing this. I started doing pipe ceremony every single night to help hold that vibration. And I was taking requests, prayer requests and such from people, and holding that in my ceremony, offering those prayers up for people. And I just, at one point, it was like 2 or 3 weeks in, I'm just like, why am I doing that for people when my point is to help empower people? How much more powerful is it to create the sacred space, to hold the space and invite people in to that space where it's safe for them to connect to Creator, to connect to Great Spirit, and to directly connect to that divinity and send their prayers and their intentions, rather than being the middleman and having people, here, you take my prayers and send them out. Because I'm all about opening that channel for every single person, because no matter who you are light and you are love and you are connected to divinity. And the more you exercise, it's like a muscle, the more you exercise that, the more you realize that and practice that, the more natural it is for you to just automatically move into that space. And so I started doing this live on Facebook so that people in the middle of their week had a place where they could at least come and exhale, at least come and breathe, and sit in the silence. And so this is a non-denominational ceremony. I will be doing the pipe ceremony because it is like the most sacred space that I know of, the most potent, powerful place of prayer and connection that I know of. And so number one, I wanted to share that with other people rather than, that's my job, is to share my path. One time, my guides, I was on a vision quest, and White Buffalo Calf Woman came to me, and she was like, your life is to be shared. And so I'm doing this live, putting it out there, sharing what I do and hopefully it helps other people find their own path. And so I started doing this live so that other people had the opportunity to come in and do whatever you do to connect to spirit, whether it's, praying, meditating, just sitting in silence, chanting, singing, dancing, yoga, tai chi, whatever you do, you are welcome to do that in this space as I'm doing my ceremony. So I welcome you if you came in late, if you're here for the first time, welcome. I will explain the ceremony in just a minute, and if you're regular here, I am so grateful for your presence, for your support. It means the world to me, and I can feel that. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So the first thing I'm going to do, since this is a ceremony, whenever we do ceremony, we set sacred space, and we do that. I explain it more like it's like cooking a meal. When you create an artificial, you have a pot that you put your ingredients into, and then you put the cover on and put it on the heat. You're creating that little bubble of an artificial environment that doesn't exist out here, so that there's things that can take place within that sphere that won't happen out on the counters, right? So we are creating a sacred space. We are putting ourselves into this bubble where we're bringing in the ingredients that we need to do this alchemical transmutation of energies, connection. And so it's like, it's not to protect ourselves because there's bad things out there wanting to get us. It's creating a focus. It's creating that sphere of light and love where we can do our inner work. And we call in the spirits, the elements and the spirits, to hold that space for us. And what they do is they hold that vibration, that frequency up, so that nothing of a lower frequency can get in. Only love gets in, only love is invited. And so because they're watching out for us, they've got our backs, they're holding that space, that means we can let down our guard because we know we're safe. So we can let down all the armor, let down our guard, be open, be vulnerable, be receptive to the blessings that we can't when we're all tight walking through our world day to day in that tunnel vision, routine, hamster wheel thing. And so it's the time to open up, connect, and breathe. So that is why we set sacred space, and this is how I do it. This is my way, and there are as many different ways to do this as there are people on the planet. So this is what I do. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Bless us with your love and your light. Oh. All right. I always forget. I always mean to tell you to pay attention to the energy before I do that, and then pay attention to the energy after I do that. Because if you're aware of the energy, if you can feel the energy, there's a definite difference. Like once I set sacred space, it's like everything just kind of ooh, and you can feel just it just, the tension just kind of goes away. There's a more sense of serenity and peace. And it's awesome. So, and when I set that sacred space, I'm not just doing it around myself and you're out there somewhere watching me. We live in a holographic universe. The world is a giant hologram. And so space and time are illusions. And so when I'm creating that sacred space, I'm including that around each of you. And so if you're watching this, you are now in that same sacred space that I am in. And so that is the magic of the holographic quantum universe. So, yep, welcome to the Matrix. So I'm going to take one more swig of chai. And so, as I said before, if you're new here, this is the sacred pipe, the stem, which is the masculine, and the bowl, which is the feminine. And so when we put it together, it's all of creation. Kind of like the yin-yang, it's the divine masculine and the divine feminine working together, dancing into wholeness. And when I do put the pipe together, it basically opens a pure channel straight to Creator. And so when I do put it together, that's the time to kind of pay attention to your thoughts. Think your biggest and best thoughts, your biggest and best hopes, your biggest and best prayers, because they go one lane, no waiting, straight to Creator. And they, because there's nothing in the way, and because of that, they manifest quicker and easier. And so the pipe actually, I won't go into the whole story, but the pipe was given to the Lakota people 19 generations ago by White Buffalo Calf Woman. And she brought with it like 7 different ceremonies, the pipe ceremony being the first one. And she told them how to do the pipe ceremony, how to pray with the pipe, and since then it's like it's basically the it's kind of a mobile altar. The pipe is the altar, and so they can pack it up, take it with them wherever they go, and so they always have the altar. You know, this is church, and so they always have it available to them no matter where they are. And so it became that it's a tobacco smoke that carries our prayers straight to Great Spirit. And so what it looks like is the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage, and I'm going to smudge everything on my altar here, and then I'm going to say a prayer. I'm going to put the pipe together. I'm going to put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl. And as I do that, I'm going to be saying some prayers, but I will say those out loud, so you'll get to hear those. And then I have a song that White Buffalo Calf Woman gave to me a while back to sing. It's kind of the power song of my pipe, and so I'm supposed to sing it whenever I lead or facilitate a pipe ceremony. And so I'll sing that, and then I will light the pipe, and then I will blow smoke blessings, breath blessings into the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, to all my relations, and then one toward straight to Creator. And then I will hold the pipe, the stem to my forehead, the bowl to my heart, and say some silent prayers. And then when I come back, if I need to, I'll relight the pipe, and then I'll take a big puff of smoke, and I will blow it straight at my camera. And through the magic of that holographic universe and through the magic of the internet, that blessing will come straight from my heart through the smoke through my camera and straight to your heart. And then I will continue to blow more, to pray, send more blessings out on the smoke. I might sit in meditation for a bit and then do more smoke blessings, etc. And then when I'm done, there will be another prayer and another song. And then I will take the pipe apart. Then I'll probably ramble on a little bit more, and then I will drum again and release the spirits who are now holding space for us, release them back to their realms, thank them for their help. And yeah, so that's about it. So let's get on to the actual ceremony. And I know I keep saying it, but thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being with me and persevering. This is, I usually say this at the end, but I know a lot of people kind of bug out when the ceremony is like right over, so they don't hear my other stuff. But I am here. This is my day job now, and so I am here to help support my community in whatever ways I can to get through these unprecedented, weird times. And so please check out my website at perchingwolfstudios.net to see what kind of shamanic services I offer. I do card readings with the totem animals, I do soul retrievals and shamanic healings. Whatever I can do, it's like that's my day job now. And like I said, my mission is to empower you and to help you see through the darkness that you might be facing, to come from a more shamanic perspective, to see the light on the other side and to find the purpose in whatever challenges that you are experiencing. So there's my plug. There'll be more plugs at the end, so stay tuned if you're curious. For now, let's do this thing, all right? So. Oh, thank you. I forgot to smudge. Shh. I get talking and I forget to do things. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the earth sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, I send a voice. I ask permission to smoke in this place and at this time. All my guides and guardians watch over me as I smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Magikiwas, and Wabus, there is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all my relations, come smoke with me. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Yeah. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Yo Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Yo Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Yo. grandmother, grandfather eagle, I send a voice. I thank you for our lives. I thank you for our strength and our courage and the guidance you give us. Thank you for the love that you surround us with, even when we cannot see it. Thank you for even the most challenging and darkest of times, and giving us the vision to see through it, to pierce the darkness, to pierce the veil, to know we are more than we appear to be, to know that we are more than our physical selves, that we are the divine light and love of the world. Thank you. Ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi, ihi, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi. Oh. All right. So that is the pipe ceremony. I'm just going to clean out my pipe so that it's clear the next time I go to smoke. And that song I just sang, I think I've told the story before, but feeling like I want to say it again. That song was actually a gift from the spirits. I used to work in a warehouse, my day job, and there was a little pond, kind of a little park, a little pond that was just kitty corner from my work. So I would go over there on my lunch break and sit by the trees, sit in the grass, watch the ducks, talk to the water. And there was one day that I don't know what happened, but I was really upset and really just in a funk, just feeling wonky and unconnected. And so I went over on my lunch break to walk around this pond. And as I was walking, I was talking to the spirits of the land, the spirits of nature, the nature spirits there. And I was actually apologizing, like, I'm so sorry to be throwing so much negativity out, and I'm sorry for, putting more, we already take so much from you, and here I am throwing more negativity on you. But thank you for healing me. Thank you for being here to help remind me of who I am. And as I was walking, that song started, I just started to hear those notes and those words in my head. And the spirits told me that as we heal, they heal. And so it's a song of mutual healing. And it was like, they're like, don't worry about giving us your negativity, because we're the only ones that put a negative or a positive spin on it. Energy is neutral. And so when we give that energy to the earth, she recycles it. She takes it as pure energy. She transmutes it back into light so that it can be used for creation, for creating more light. And so they were like, that's what we're here for, is to heal you. And as we heal you, you heal us, because you're coming to us to connect. You're coming to us to remember that you are a part of us, that there is no separation. And that's when they gave me that song. And that's why I sing it at the end of my pipe ceremony, because it's a song of mutual healing, because doing this heals me, reconnects me, and I hope that it heals everyone within the circle of that pipe ceremony, anyone who sees or hears. So it's a prayer of mutual healing, a song of mutual healing. So I know some of you have been watching for a while and hear that same song every week and like didn't know where it came from. That is the story behind that song, where it came from and why I sing it. It's kind of become one of my own power songs that I sing when I'm upset or whatever, and it just brings me right back to center. So that is that. And that is the ceremony. So I want to just thank you again for joining me. You know, if you've been here before, if you're a weekly watcher, thank you so much for your participation. Thank you for your support. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I hope you got something out of it. If you came in late, that's okay, because I'm going to post this to my Facebook page and to my YouTube channel. In fact, my YouTube channel is filling up because I keep posting like this weekly pipe ceremony to my YouTube channel. So there's like months and months of pipe ceremonies. I also, on Monday evenings at 7:30, I do a 3-card kind of mini reading with, with the animal. I've got a deck of animal cards, and so working with the totem animals, I do a 3-card reading, and so join me for that as well. And I've got all of those posted on my YouTube channel. And so anyway, so if you did come in late and you missed any of this, feel free to re-watch it. And if you're watching if you weren't watching this live, know that the energy and everything about it is just as vital watching it in repeat as if you were here the first time, because it's a holographic universe. Space and time is an illusion, and when I created that sacred space, that includes anybody who watches this in the future. If you're watching this in repeat, you're still a vital part of the energy of this ceremony. So thank you again for being part of that. Again, just to let you know that I am here to support you, especially through these weird times. You can check out my website at perchingwolfstudios.net and see what shamanic services I offer, to see what I can do to help. And like a lot of people look at it, they're like, oh, I don't know, there's so many choices, I don't know. Even if you just want to talk to a shaman, get a shamanic perspective on what's going on in your life, that is okay too. You know, connect with me. We'll set up a session and talk for a half hour, an hour, whatever. And, you know, help you to see through whatever is going on in your life, help to heal you, to empower you to be able to be a force for the light and the love of this world. Also, coming up next week, a week from tomorrow, I am starting a year-long course in shamanism. So if you are interested in all the things I talk about, when I'm talking about my shamanic path, what it is to be a shaman, all that stuff, if that is interesting or you're curious, I am starting Thursday, next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, on the 21st. We meet once a month for 3 hours every third Thursday, and basically follow the year around, and I teach different methods of journeying, kind of like one person said, once you know how to do a shamanic journey, everything else is just learning what questions to ask. And so we'll go through the year, I give you new questions to ask, new places to go to and explore, new guides to find, all of that kind of thing. And if you don't know how to journey, there's still plenty of time. I just taught a class last night on the introduction to shamanic journey. If you're interested in learning how to journey so that you can take that year-long course, connect with me. We'll set something up. I can do a personal one-on-one lesson to introduce you to your power animal, and then the rest is all just flying. So keep that in mind. Check, that's on my website and on my Facebook page as well. I would love to have you along. The world needs more shamans. And like I saw a meme one time that if society doesn't create shamans, the earth well. So if you feel that call, even if it's not to be a shaman, but just to walk a shamanic path, to have that awareness and a deeper sense of what's going on below the surface of the world, check it out. I also do mentoring. If you don't want to take the entire year-long course, I also mentor people, so you can check that out. Ask me about that. I love answering questions. Email me or message me on my website. I love talking about that stuff. And yeah, so the future is exciting. It's happy. It's joyful. It's amazing. There is an amazing world being born right now. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I can feel it. And I know this year has gotten off to a rough start, but it's the birth. It's a rebirth. And birth is messy. Birth is painful. Birth is bloody. We're in the birth stage. And once that part is over, it's just cuteness and glow. And, well, then there's dirty diapers and all that, but we won't go into that. For the most part, it's a happy birth occasion, new life, new love in the world. And I just got chills. So it's like, yes, we are moving into an unprecedented time on the earth of love and compassion and respect and unity. So keep that vision alive. That is my vision. That's what I see. Hold that vision. The more of us that hold that vision, the sooner it will come. So yeah, we are all on the same page. So before we go, we called in the spirits to set sacred space. So I am going to release those spirits, thank them for their help. And so I'm going to do that now. Thank you so much again. Thank you. Blessings to all of you. Thank you for joining me. Come back and see me here again next Wednesday. Bring your friends, invite your friends. Feel free to share the video. And I will see you soon. So until I next see you, whether it's next week or Monday for my mini medicine card readings or whenever, know that I love you and that I see you and that I honor you. So until next time, go shining. All right? All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.